Hey guys, I got a little bit of bad news for you all. About 10 days ago, I was running up in the Lake District and I went over on my ankle, sprained my ankle. I've been to the hospital, had x-rays and MRI scans and all that stuff. They say it's not broken, but it's badly sprained. Keep off it for 6-7 weeks. And I tried to just still train a bit. Had a second opinion a week later and I've had the same advice. So the fight will be being postponed. Sorry to all my fans to let you all down, but injuries do happen and it's one of them things. My apologies to everybody who's booked dates and whatever, but the fight will be on as soon as possible. That's all I know at this moment. But the fight's still going ahead. As soon as the ankle gets better, we will reschedule. Thank you all and God bless.
Dear fans, I just want to keep you updated on the status quo of my rematch against Fury. Unfortunately, Team Fury is trying to change the terms of already signed contract multiple times, and it's going on endless. To protect my own rights and eventually see the rematch, I'm forced to go to court.
Right, we'd also like to introduce Nick Hennessy. He's the CEO of Hennessy Sports and has guided Tyson for his career, and I'm sure he's got a few things to say.
Thanks, Frank. Thanks for the attendance today. We really do appreciate it. Apologies once again for Tyson not attending. All we know at this stage, we've only spoke briefly to him once. His battery's gone. He's had problems with traffic, and also the car he was in broke down. So all we can do is get on with it. We've got what I consider to be the biggest and best fight in UK and Ireland this year by a long way. Nothing's going to come close to this fight. It's a sensational rematch. It's all on the line. There was controversy last time, and there was a massive upset. And you know, everyone wants, you know, Team Klitschko, Team Fury wants to hold on to them belts. So we've got a blockbuster on the 29th. The Manchester Arena is booked, all paid for, tickets are on sale. This fight is going ahead despite some of the rumours that are out there. And you know, if there's one fight you're going to attend this year, there's a hell of a lot on the line. This is the one to go to.
I understand the situations in life. Fury is not here right now, or maybe he's invisible, or I made him invisible. Eventually, and I hope so, that we're gonna meet in the ring. And I understand all the situations, and as I said, in life, everything is happening. In sport, everything is happening. Could everything happen, as well as injuries or postponements of the fights. I had it myself, and it's okay. I can wait. I can wait. I have enough patience, and I want to say thank you to my fans to be patient, because I really look forward to that revenge. It's not even a rematch, it's a revenge. I'm looking forward to this fight, and as I said, I really hope that eventually we're gonna meet in the ring, and not just at another press conference. And this time we just want to show to the public and to the fans the fight is gonna come up, and it's for real. So trust me, even if Invisible Fury is here or not. So I really look forward, and I hope so, that this fight is gonna happen. If it's not gonna happen in October, which hopefully it's not gonna be the case, I will wait. I'll be maybe 41 already, and I'll wait. But eventually time is gonna run out. And run out for the champion, because he definitely needs to defend.
Declan, can I...
Sorry? Doubts in what? Not in myself. Doubts in something new is gonna come up, and trust me, all of this in the past statements also from my side, you know, going to the court and defending my rights and all of this. You know, I'm not surprised if anything else is gonna come. I'm not surprised if Tyson Fury is gonna show up here and do another show, singing or being Batman or Invisible Man, as he's doing it right now, I guess, or I made him invisible. So anyway, I'm prepared for anything, and I have my goal, and I'm obsessed with that, and this is what counts for me. Everything else is secondary.
The fight's all signed. There aren't any problems. Contracts are signed. Is that right, Bernd?
Right,
Everything's done.
absolutely.
There is
Otherwise we
no
wouldn't be here.
contractual problems. The only problem we've got today is Tyson's car breaking down and not being here. But the fight is signed, done. There's nothing in the way of this fight from happening. God forbid one of them gets an injury. This fight is done.
Unless the car breaks down.
From the hotel to the arena.
Listen, I'll go and pick him up on my motorbike. Don't worry about it. On the night, I'll have him there. You'll be there. Don't worry about that.
Take Uber. It's always there. Hi guys, as you already know, October 29th rematch against Fury is cancelled due to whatever issue this time Fury has. Screw it, I will move forward and I will keep you posted when and against whom my next fight is going to be staged. I will rely on the information from the sanctioning bodies, how they will move on with the titles that currently Fury has. I will keep you posted.
I read a few things on the internet a while they're saying it. Tyson don't want a rematch. Well, I can guarantee I do want a rematch. So let's get it on. Go and pair it up. So we'll fight in April or whenever you're ready. I only need 4 weeks notice. That's about it really.
Is that the plan in 2019 to do what Wladimir, or do you want to or what is it?
To be honest, I'm only interested in big fights. I'm not interested in any warm-ups, fan 20, however many fights, fan 20 fights. I'm not interested in anybody else. Joshua said he doesn't want to fight, so he's going to do his own thing. And Wilder, if you're out there watching, let's get it on again. I already beat you once, so it should be quite easy to do for a second time. That's about it really.
Why did you decide to sign with Top Rank and essentially ESPN?
Because I thought it was a great move, you know, coming into America to fight in America. It was no secret that I wanted to fight in America from now on. And what better station to pick than the biggest station in the US? The most exposure, and I believe I'll get the biggest and best fights available.
So it didn't come down to just a money situation. You had your mind on what best way to enter kind of American popular sports culture?
100%, you know. ESPN has the biggest amount of viewers out of all the sports networks in the world. And I want to broadcast myself in the United States. So every British actor, singer, dancer, performer, sportsman, if they want to make it big time, they've got to go crack America. And this is the first step on my journey.
it looks like Wilder is going to take the rematch. Do you anticipate...
Wilder is representatives formally notified us last night that they have accepted the rematch and are going forward.
Awesome. I don't know if you can reveal this, but does it look like it's going to happen in the summer, or do you anticipate it happening in the fall?
It's going to happen in the summer before the Olympics.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now,
Middle of July.
Are you concerned, or probably you're not even thinking about this, possibly, but are you concerned that Wilder will be ready in time for that? Do you think after the injuries he sustained that he'll be 100% ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do I know for sure? No, but he knows, and that's why, after being examined by physicians, he opted for the rematch, which will occur middle of July.
Okay.
Hello there, I'm just after getting off the phone with Daniel Kinahan. He's just informed me that the biggest fight in British boxing history has just been agreed. Get up there, my boy! Big shout out, Dan. He got this done. Literally over the line. 2-fight deal. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua next year. One problem, I just got to smash Deontay Wilder's face right in the next fight. And then we go into the Joshua fight next year. So there we are. The Gypsy King versus AJ is on for next year, but there's a hurdle in the road called the Bronze Bomber, aka the Knockout King, and I will get onto him and knock him spark out, and then we got on to the big fight. So big thank you, Dan, for getting this deal over the line. All the best. God bless you all. See you soon. Peace out.
So he's over here for a period of time, and then whenever your situation regarding your fight date is confirmed, you'll, assuming at some point, go and pick it back up with him.
Yeah, well, we're out here for a few weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, a couple of fortnights, isn't it, Shug?
2 fortnights, yeah.
Yeah.
We're just gonna knock it out real quick. Sorry. There we go.
Yeah. He's out here for 2 fortnights and a little bit of change, and then hopefully we'll have an official date by then. Some really big news coming soon, some positive news.
which I can't break just yet, but it's very positive and we're all happy and in good spirits about it. Just need a little confirmation from our guys over at MTK Global, over at Coinsbury, and over at Top Rank. They're just crossing the T's and dotting the I's at the moment. And we'll have some big fight news coming soon. And then we're gonna, when that news is broke, I think we've got, I'm not gonna say how many weeks we've got because I'd give it away, but we've got plenty of time. So then we're gonna train over here for a bit and then go back to the US, the good old home of the Gypsy King, Las Vegas, and pick up fight camp.
So this date that's been touted about for you for quite some time now, the 19th of December, Las Vegas, is not concrete, and that's not necessarily the case.
Not yet. We're still crossing the T's and dotting the I's. We should have some more information next week, like announcement.
And the possibility doesn't...
Towards the end of September, I'd say.
Okay. And also a possibility it's not even in America.
Possibility, yeah.
Okay. Do you know when... Frank was talking about this recently, about if Wilder wasn't ready, that you're still going to fight in December regardless.
Yeah.
But as far as you're concerned, it is Wilder that you're fighting this year.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay.
I want to fight no matter who it is. I ain't sharpening this deal for nothing. We're working on tightening stuff, and I want to knock some beep out cold this time. So whether it's Wilder, whoever it is, Wilder's the one who's contracted to fight me, so I think it will be Wilder. But if it's not, then we'll just take whoever. I don't really care, whoever's there. Get a fight in and move on to the next one.
For what reason, to your understanding, might it not be Wilder, or could it not be Wilder?
Well, I've never heard of anything that it's not going to be Wilder. Nothing at all. But for whatever reason, it's not Wilder, whether he's not ready or he's injured or whatever it is. Not that I'm saying he is, because I don't know. But all I know is that I spoke to Shelley Finkel on the phone, and Shelley said, we're on, we're all good. So yeah, I just have to take them for the word, because they haven't let me down yet. So, well, I've got no reason to disbelieve them.
Let's move on to the heavyweight division, Bob. So what is the situation with Fury Wilder 3? Why has this collapsed, Bob?
Well, the fight contractually had to take place sometime in July, and there was a provision for a postponement into October. And then Fury agreed that he would do the fight on December 19th. Why December 19th? Because our big, beautiful, new couple of $1 billion stadium that's been built in Las Vegas, where our football team, the Las Vegas Raiders, play, would be available, and we could get permission to do it for 10 to 15,000 people in attendance. And then what happened was, the networks, Wilder's network, Fox, and our network, ESPN, that were going to distribute the pay-per-view, said, hey, you can't go December 19th because there are 5 college football championships. They're huge on that day, and 2 NFL games, which are like the equivalent here of your Premier League games on the same day. So, how much television can people watch? And, are they going to pay money to watch a fight when they have all these great football games? So we couldn't go December 19th. And then we realized we couldn't go any other time in December. And Fox and EA gave us 2 dates, possible date, one at the end of January and one at the end of February. And when I discussed it with Tyson, he said, look, I've been training hard. I have to fight by the end of the year. So we arranged for Frank Queensberry to put him in with a top 15 guy in the BC ratings. We'll do that fight December 5. And then if Joshua beats Pulev, then next year, sometime by the late spring, we can have them match against each other, which is the fight that everybody on both sides of the pond wants to see.
Well,
so unfortunately for Wilder, Tyson is not under contract to fight him anymore. And so he's another victim of the pandemic.
There's a lot to pick up on there from there, Bob. Let's just go back to what you were saying about the college games and NFL. We also know that Fox have got Errol Spence and Danny Garcia on pay-per-view on the 5th of December. Was that a reason why you think Fox, they didn't want 2 boxing pay-per-views within the same month?
No, when Fox let us know that December 19th was out, then Al Heyman said, okay, then I'll put
Spence
Garcia on December 5, because then there were no more dates, no more pay-per-views on that month. So it wasn't the other way, that Fox, because Spence Garcia at that point was scheduled to go, I think, on November 21st, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it was then shifted from November 21st, after the Fury Wilder fight fell out, to December 5, because they could get to put it in Cowboy Stadium in Texas.
Can we just confirm something for the fans, Bob, in that this contract where Wilder had the rematch clause, which he wanted to activate, that has expired? Is that correct, Bob?
Yeah, you said it wrong. Each fighter entered into a contract. Why was the rematch clause so time specific? It wasn't because we negotiated that it should be such a period of time. They felt they were going to win the fight, and therefore they didn't want to spread it out like for a year or whatever. They wanted a short period, right?
Yeah.
So again, that contract provides for a relatively short period where each fighter is obligated to do the rematch. Once that expired, there's no contractual provision that would require either fighter to do a rematch.
Okay, so as you said, therefore, if Fury comes, whoever he boxes on December 5th, and Joshua comes through against Kubrat Pulev, then all roads are clear for Fury Joshua next year.
Right, but if Pulev beats Joshua, which is what I'm hoping for, then Fury will fight either Pulev or Wilder next year.
Got you. Bob, I think the burning question now is on December 5th, as you said, Frank Warren will be putting on the show on BT for Tyson Fury here in the UK. Who is the opponent going to be? There's been a whole host of names. Oscar Rivas, Ajit Caballel, Michael Hunt has been thrown in there. What can you tell us, Bob?
Yeah, those are the names.
Just to move forwards, Bob, so obviously some big heavyweight news I have to ask you about, which has come out over this past week. I see you smiling, so you know what I'm going to bring up now. Tyson Fury and other members of kind of the team around him have said that the third fight with Deontay Wilder will no longer be happening this year. Bob, can you just kind of clear up that entire situation for us and how the events unfolded to reach the point they have now?
Well, under the contract that we had with the Wilder people, the rematch had to be done by a date in October. Actually, it was July, and then could be postponed and was postponed into October. When that wasn't realistic, the parties agreed on December 19th. And then sports on a big level became active in the United States. And December 19th, there will be 5 college conference championships, which are tremendous in the United States, plus 2 professional NFL games. That's equivalent, in American football to your Premier League big games. And so it was crazy to put on a fight on pay-per-view in the United States against that lineup. And then when we looked around, there were no dates available in December. And so they gave us, both Fox and ESPN, a late January date and a late February date where we could do the fight. And when we presented that to Tyson Fury, he said, look, I've been training every day. I've got to do a fight this year. If Wilder's not available, which he isn't for the fight, then I'll do a fight in England. And I think Frank Warren picked December 5. And then I'll look forward next spring to a fight against Anthony Joshua, should Joshua beat Pulev.
Contractually, Bob, where does everything leave Deontay Wilder? So say if Tyson fights December 5th, he's successful, and then he looks towards next year, does he have the right to be able to go in with Tyson Fury, or does he have to face Deontay Wilder? Is there any kind of clause in place which means Wilder can fight Fury soon?
No, quite the contrary. If the fight isn't made by October 15th, which it wasn't, or December 19th, which the parties agreed to, Tyson Fury is free to fight anybody he wants. And next year can fight Joshua or Pulev, whomever he wants. He's not obligated contractually to fight Wilder.
Tyson coming back, and he's mentioned, and you've said yourself, he wants to get back out in the UK in December. A lot of kind of leading names have fights lined up, Bob. So who are you guys considering? Who's kind of are you looking at to get Tyson back in the ring with?
Well, it has to be a fighter rated in the top 15 of the WBC.
Hi, this is Tyson Fury, aka the Gypsy King, and just like to announce I'm definitely fighting December the 5th in London in the UK. Opponent to be announced very, very soon. Just working on some opponents. Let you all know who it's going to be shortly. Watch this space. Return of the Mac.
Now, what happens now? Tyson Fury has said he moving on, right? He said he moving on. He gonna fight somebody else in December. Okay. They claim, Bob Arum and Fury's team is claiming that the contract to fight you is expired and they can do whatever they want to do. What's the issue with that?
Man, you know, we all had a contractual agreement, you know, even with the first contract of being, I think, in October or something like that, but the pandemic hit and all that, so it was self-explanatory. They all came to us and said we need to pick another date and stuff, and everybody picked December 19th. Right. that was the last thing that I was told, December 19th. I've been, like I said, man, I've been doing my thing. I ain't really been keeping up with that. I got a lot of other stuff. December 19th was the date. Here we come. They talking about Fury saying he don't want to fight if there's no crowd. And all this and different things. And next thing I know, you know, oh, well, you know, I'm fighting somewhere else. Nobody can get mad because I ain't talking. Don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
I'm doing what I'm minding my business. I don't have to speak. This ain't up me. No one can make me come out and speak when it's not me to do so. I'm not gonna break my character, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not me. I'm a real man. I'm a real person. Like I don't break just because somebody want me to say something or whatever. I know people miss me. I miss them too. All my fans, I miss you guys as well. I love you. You know. Right. I know you still here, and I appreciate all of you guys, each and every last one of you.
I mean, it's not Wilder. Did you think you were going to fight him for a long period, and you thought it might come to fruition?
Yeah, I was. The original date was July the 18th. Then that didn't happen because he had an injury. They got put back 3 months, October 18th. That didn't happen because they was trying to get a venue that suited everybody. And then they had 3 dates in December 5th, 12th and 19th, which I agreed to all of them. And that obviously didn't happen. So, you know, I'm not going to wait around forever. I need to move on. I've got my own life. I can't live my life around somebody else's, you know.
Do you not feel, obviously the explanation is the contract term has expired. You guys were going to have to agree to something without a crowd in Las Vegas anyway. Presumably you would have fought him if they'd agreed those terms.
Man, you know, we all had a contractual agreement, you know, even with the first contract of being, I think, in October or something like that, but the pandemic hit and all that, so it was self-explanatory. They all came to us and said we need to pick another date and stuff, and everybody picked December 19th. Right. that was the last thing that I was told, December 19th. I've been, like I said, man, I've been doing my thing. I ain't really been keeping up with that. I got a lot of other stuff. December 19th was the date. Here we come. They talking about Fury saying he don't want to fight if there's no crowd. And all this and different things. And next thing I know, you know, oh, well, you know, I'm fighting somewhere else. Nobody can get mad because I ain't talking. Don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
I'm doing what I'm minding my business. I don't have to speak. This ain't up me. No one can make me come out and speak when it's not me to do so. I'm not gonna break my character, bro.
Yeah, I agreed to every date they set. Every date that was mentioned, I agreed to, but it's not worth me looking at it now. It's over. Deontay Wilder has tried to bring my character down with the bullshit he said. So if I was like the rest of the world, I'd probably sue him for defamation of character for about 100 million. But considering I'm not really interested in doing that type of thing. Yeah. So he'll never get a shot at me now, finished. He'll never, for what he said. Listen, losing's one thing. Everybody can lose to a better man on the line, but to come out with the amount of BS that he's come out with over the last 8 months, and he's conveniently waited until the contract's expired before he's even opened his mouth for the last 8 months. So yeah, he's ridiculous. And I don't even want to give him any airtime, so that's it for the bomber.
Tyson Fury just recently did an interview in the UK, and he said that because of the way you're dragging his name, he could take you to court. He said, but the better way for him to do it, he said the better way for him to do it is that he just won't give you an opportunity at the belt again. He just said this about an hour and 2 hours ago.
It ain't gonna matter. That just show you where he's running from. That ain't hurt me not giving me the opportunity, because guess what? We gonna win it in court. We got proof. We gonna win it in court. He'd rather go for it. He'd rather shoot for it to go to court. Just like he didn't want to fight me the third fight, nor did he want to do it the second fight. But he had help. That's why his dad. If you go back and look at the interview, first time I fought, when I knocked him out the first fight, his dad, man, my body's gonna get killed. He's gonna kill him. He didn't want him to fight me, but the game plan all along was to cheat me. Y'all heard Osbury, man. Y'all heard that, man.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna sit up there and make videos in there coaching and see Patty come out and they putting egg weights in the gloves and the trainer telling him that they just trying to build Fury confidence up. Shit, you might as well just go in there and hit folks in the head with a helmet in. If that's gonna build your confidence up.
Mm-hmm.
Like what you talking about? Building his confidence up, because we know he ain't got no punch power.
Mm-hmm.
This dude was practicing to cheat. All these allegations that coming out ain't nothing true. Come on, man. Y'all gotta be for all the man. For all my people that's fooling around and tagging on, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when is you gonna stop? When is you gonna stop? I don't even see how you ain't tired, because time you go out there and become a victim, your ass, you realize you just like me, bitch, you black.
Mm-hmm.
They don't realize exactly until they get in the situation. Like, what you gonna gain taking side of someone from a whole other country? Well, because you feel, he thinks I don't think I'm nothing. You think that. You think that. I ain't did shit. You think that, but told the truth. You feel me? I ain't did nothing but spread love. Not only amongst my family, but others as well, too. Instead of being a crab in a bucket, I'm the one that'll lift you up. I'm the one that'll put you on, bring you up, so you can be a king in your own character. So you can raise queens and you can raise princes and princes up to be kings and queens in your own talent. That we can be able to have an opportunity to give our kids something, to get a head start in life. That's what I'm about, bro. I don't care about all the other stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about it, though, I ain't got to sit here and preach to the haters. I keep doing. Y'all make me relevant no matter what you say, because I already know how it's going to end up.
Yeah.
But for my supporters, man, I love y'all motherfuckers to death, bro. I appreciate y'all so much. I hear y'all. I ain't going nowhere. No matter what you try, we know what happened. We know what happened. And I want you to stay on their neck for the rest of their life until they give us what we deserve and what we have. Because he's going to lose it all. I ain't worried about not giving me something. You already had that plan already in progress way back in September. I've been ready. I've been ready way back in September. Don't worry about me not talking or worry about what I'm doing. When we ever worry about what a man was doing? Why I ain't talking and saying, why do I gotta say something?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They try to have hold me accountable for every little thing.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't talking. That means, well, I ain't heard. Well, we ain't seen his face. What is he doing? He swear he must not be worried about what y'all. Why y'all like? Get off my dick, please.
Mm-hmm.
Let it breathe. I already got enough of them already accusing. So please stop. I don't need extra.
That's a fact.
I don't have drama in my life. I keep it drama free.
Yeah.
Don't bring drama to my life. But my support, I love y'all so much, man. And we gonna be alright. Trust us. We ain't worried about him.
Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. Got some massive news for you all, guys. I've just got off the phone from Prince Khalid of Saudi Arabia. He told me this fight's a 100% on. August 14th, 2021, summertime. All eyes of the world will be on the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I cannot wait, repeat, cannot wait to smash Anthony Joshua on the biggest stage of all times. This is going to be the biggest sporting event ever to grace the planet Earth. Do not miss it. All eyes on us. Peace out. God bless. See you all in Saudi! Yes! Get it.
We finished an interview a couple of days ago, and I think within 20 seconds of that interview finished, you received a phone call with regards to a heavyweight title fight. It certainly shook up the world. Just firstly, your reaction to these past few days and coming to terms with Deontay Wilder winning that arbitration case.
Well, listen, I'm going to use an analogy that the Brits might not understand. If you're playing baseball and you have honest, competent umpire, and he's calling balls and strikes, and the pitcher throws a ball and the umpire calls it a strike, he's wrong, but he's honest and he's competent, but he made a mistake. So I believe this is that kind of situation. I believe that the law and the facts were on our side, and that Fury could go ahead and fight Joshua. The judge, the arbiter, saw it differently. That doesn't mean he's dishonest or incompetent. He just saw it differently. So it is what it is. So now when you get knocked down like we did, you pick yourself up, and Tyson will do that, and will fight Wilder on July 24th in Las Vegas.
Will that fight 100% be next, Bob, or is there any chance that Deontay may step aside?
No, there's no chance that he would step aside. He doesn't want to step aside except for a number that makes it totally preposterous that the fight can continue. So whatever it is, the judge said that he had a right to the rematch, and we're going to go ahead with it, and it will be July 24th here in Las Vegas.
What's Tyson's reaction been to the news?
Well, Tyson wasn't very happy, but, he's a man. He's a fighter, and it is what it is, and he's going to take out his frustration and anger on Wilder, and he tells me he's going to knock Wilder out quicker this time than he did last time.
Eddie Hearn said that he was previously told that the arbitration case wouldn't cause any problems for yourself. Now, how much of a surprise was it to have that case go in favour of Deontay?
Totally unexpected, totally out of the blue. I think it was a wrong decision, but it is what it is. And we're men that live in a society which have laws govern us, and part of those laws are when a judge or an arbiter makes a decision, even though we think he's wrong and we don't like it, we follow it. I mean, it's as simple as that. Does it make me happy? No, but I'm not going to blame anyone for the result.
As a man, Wilder, contract signed, you're getting smashed.
And helping him along the way, of course, John Fury. Last week, John Fury had a few words to say about Tyson's match. So Tyson and Wilder looks like that's good to go on July 24th in Vegas. But John mentioned that he's not particularly happy with the way that the arbitration proceedings happened and the way the negotiations with Joshua broke down. Have you spoke to John about that since?
No, I haven't. I'm going to see him after this, but that's not my fault. You know, that it is what it is. The facts of the matter is why I never ever made an announcement about the fight. I said, till this thing's signed, I know what's going on behind the scenes. Well, I knew there's an arbitration, and I knew the lawyers are saying, oh, well, you're going to win this. But you know what? Until you win it, you haven't got nothing. Until that contract's signed, a fight at that level, you've got nothing. You know, they had to sort out the position, and the deal wasn't done between BT and Sky how it was going to be done. There was outstanding issues. It's only that Motormouth was going on for every other week saying, or every other day, saying, big announcement, sign the contract. Well, it couldn't be signed because there was an arbitration. It had to be the decision of the arbitration. And, you know, John said about vacating the title, so I understand. Well, he can't vacate the title. Or he can, but he's still going to have to fight Wilder or retire. And if he doesn't fight Wilder, then Wilder will camp and Wilder will sue him for many, many millions of dollars. And if anyone tried to promote him in between, they would be sued and probably get an injunction to stop it from happening. So he has that contract that was signed had an arbitration clause in it. That's what the decision was of all the signatories to that contract. And one of the people, you know, Tyson signed it as well. So, you know, they all signed up on it. And now the arbitrator's made a decision. That's what it is.
When did you get the sense the arbitration wasn't going to go the way we wanted it to, or is it just a complete shut of the blue?
No, I mean, I don't know, mate. I didn't get any sense of it. I've got to be honest. I felt that the arbitrator would allow the unification to go ahead, and he would give Wilder some financial compensation. That's what I felt would happen, but he just dismissed everything. He said that's what it is. Maybe he got pissed off, keep hearing about this fight's on between Tyson and Joshua, and saying, hang a minute, I'm the one who's going to make the decision on that, no one else. You never know. I mean, you know, it's... I mean, fella doesn't... I'm sure the other side were constantly sending any videos that said any different, and if I was getting with them, I'd go, yeah, we'll see about that. Who knows? You never know.
Let me tell you something. We tell all our fighters, you guys are fighting for big money, and promoters are laying out big money. Get yourself vaccinated so you don't contact the COVID. Now, you take the two fighters here, Fury is totally vaccinated, and I talked with Shelley Finkel a little while ago, and he said that Wilder's been fully vaccinated, and their corners have been vaccinated. Mm-hmm. That's taking responsibility.
this is Tyson Fury, aka the Gypsy King. I'm here at the UFC Performance Center in Las Vegas, checking it out. Great facilities. I've had the opportunity of going downstairs using the ice bath and sauna and stuff. It was an absolutely fantastic experience. My prediction for the McGregor-Porter fight is I think McGregor will win this time. I think he's been training hard and he's got it all to prove. I think it'll be a great event and one to watch. Tune in.
Tyson and his team has. So I've just seen it now about an hour ago, and I was shocked, you know, because these things do happen, and I don't know.
So it might be off the fight on the 20th.
I think it is off, because obviously I spoke to him now about 40 minutes ago, and he said,
oh my God,
we've all got it. And apparently one of the sparring partners brought it in because he's going in and out, and he's infected the full team. So these things happen in life, don't they? But listen, it's one of them. So it's going to have to be rescheduled, but let's just see how it goes.
Well, that's
boxing for you, though. I always said, until the two men's in the ring facing each other, don't buy any tickets.